I come to you hat in hand, America. I'm scared. What's taking place in our communities, to our brothers and to our sisters, whether you're white or you're black, Hispanic, immigrant or not, whether you meant harm or don't, whether you have good intentions or you're intentional. If you feel what's happening in our communities isn't happening, then you're blind. And turning a blind eye to it isn't going to make it go away. You can insulate yourself in your little bubble, but it doesn't change the fact that we're losing people every day. And that'll never change. That'll never change. Not only did we lose a true American patriot this week, somebody who believed in freedom of speech and was a true trailblazer for, call it what you wish, the red side, the right side. Charlie Kirk was shot dead this week at one of his events. And I think the scariest part for me is that wasn't the most devastating part of the week. Our brothers and our sisters are being slaughtered. People are being hurt because we are turning a blind eye. We have pulled the wool over our eyes with social media, bad media, fake media, misinformation. It doesn't matter. Ukrainian refugee Irina, I can't even say her last name, was stabbed to death this week on a train. I wear black today, and I dedicate this little bit of my footprint to the world on my late night show to those two, because those are two people that didn't deserve what they had coming because of mental illness and maniacs that are running the world. Maniacs, martyrs, losers. Our people are struggling everywhere. In your community, people are. And we can't turn a blind eye to it. I could not believe the lack of humanity for that Ukrainian refugee. She was a human just like you and me, minding her own business, and nobody helped her. Nobody stopped. Nobody even thought to stop. I'm disgusted. I'm embarrassed. And I'm mortified to even think for a second that I'm surrounded by these same people. It's a sickness to have no heart for the people around you. It's a sickness to feel justified for your martyrs. And it kills me to think that this is where we are. It kills me to think that this is where we are. I'm devastated to think of this. I'm devastated. We have to do better. We have to acknowledge there's a problem. I don't know where you begin. I have no idea. But I look at these people, Charlie and Irina, and I think this is somebody's son, this is somebody's daughter, brother, sister, friend, a confidant, somebody they can trust in. There's somebody waiting for them to come home. We need to be better neighbors. We need to be better. We need to stop acting like we don't care. Insulated by 16 layers of bullshit. Likes, comments, media, insanity. We can do better. We have to. These deaths have created a knee-jerk reaction in society. And shame on us for waiting for them to happen. And shame on us for being complacent and accepting this. Accepting that we are no longer being humans and good neighbors to each other. I am disgusted to think. I'm disgusted, and you should be too. May God rest their souls. May they rest in peace. And may they find their way back home. Welcome back. I'm not having a breakdown now. I wrote a great episode, and we're going to see it through together, you and me. Out of respect for Charlie Kirk and Ukrainian refugee Irina, I can't say her last name, but out of respect for them, we're going to see this fucking episode through. We're going to pull the funny right out of it, and I'm going to need your help. This week, I learned a lot. A lot of things I didn't want to learn, but I learned some things I did want to learn. I learned from handle at TPCatDaddy on Facebook, if you're curious, how to say what the fuck is going on in casual Japanese. I learned it. You gotta love the internet. It's a wealth of information, that internet. Some good, some bad, not so bad. So, welcome to Late Nights. Nani ga ongo tot majide. One more time? Why not, right? Nani ga ongo tot majide. I think I fucked it up that time. Nani ga ongo dayo majide. I love humans. As much as I hate you guys, some of you are fucking pretty fantastic. I hope one day I can be as fantastic as some people. Man, in the meantime, I'm going to love everyone else. We're here, it's late nights, and you know it's been a crazy week, especially in sports. I'm not a big sports guy, but let's talk about what's happening in sports, because there's things that are happening. So thank you for joining me. I don't know. Isn't it just amazing when America agrees on shit? Gets aligned. We're all on the same page and we agree. I think that's what's happening. And every once in a while it doesn't happen, but when it does, it's a beautiful thing. You may know our friend Karen. Oh yeah, this lady. This crazy little gal. She stole a child's ball this week. Call it what it is. You've seen her, you know her, you've heard of her, and yes, we can all agree on her. It was her ball. It was definitely her ball. What do you mean it wasn't her ball? I think it was her ball. 100% her ball. You're crazy if you think otherwise. This was her ball. Yeah, she's a little crazy. I get it. But hear me out, okay? Let me paint you a picture. Shut your eyes. Let's go on this journey together. Now, do you see this freak of nature? This guy. Now, this guy, you've seen guys that look like this. You probably have some of these guys in your phone. We've all come across them. I've come across a couple Karens in my time, so we've been there, right? Life's a two-way street. This guy is crazy looking. Now, when I grew up, I watched Dora.
Oh, come on, Dora!
They had a fox, and we called that fox Swiper.
No swiping! Swiper, no swiping! Oh, man!
That's what this guy looks like. If you've been caught masturbating, this is the face you make when you get caught. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong, and I'll just retract the entire statement. What is up with this dude? Why is no one paying attention to him? right? A couple years ago, parents were all about like the F these kids movement. They were about it. And look, I don't have kids, so I don't feel any way about them. I love the kids personally. But, you know, the parents were like, hey, you know, F these kids. We're tired of this shit. You know, millennials were like, losers. We're going to play on your playground now, kid. We're going to chew your gum. Pack us lunch. Yeah. This guy, man, he's a funny one. This guy acted just like my Hispanic friends when they come over and I catch them touching my watches. It's always, vamos, hombre, por qué? I mean, play it back, dude. I'm just saying. This has guilty written all over it. This poor bastard. He looks like he just got caught stealing a 20 out of somebody's wallet. But yet, we're still focused on Karen. I don't know. I don't play a lot of golf, but I do know that you don't touch somebody else's balls. So maybe that's what they have going for him with on the Karen thing. But still, I'm like 60-40 here, guys. You know, I'm Team Karen. I never thought I'd even say that. I never even thought I'd say that, but here we are. And that is why I feel this ball is up for grabs. Literally. Is it the kids? Is it the guy that looks like he's stealing 20s or stealing watches from my watch drawer? I don't know. But I don't know if we should be persecuting the Karen here. It was well within her turf. It was. It was well within her turf. It was. Thieves. You can't beat them, join them, right? Twinsies. I'm going to steal your ball. Keep your eyes on your own ball, right? Stop looking at my balls. In better news, aside from the hash-slinging/slinging Philly snatch ball snatcher, Dora the Swiper Fox, we have achieved, when I wrote this episode, 25 subscribers. As of today, we have 26 subscribers. And that is, I'm not going to lie, truthfully, very gnarly. It's very gnarly. And what I know is that after starting this journey, not just did it start with not what this is, it started as a podcast, and I just kind of did the same like POV, like let me talk to you kind of thing. And I'm still figuring it out, but you know, I know that I'm enjoying it, and I'm enjoying the impact that it has, and it's fucking fun. It's funny as hell, and I look forward to it a lot. I really do. And great feedback. Love the feedback. You know, I think it's important you do things you love in life. Really. And everyone tells you to go for it. Just go for it, people say. Life is short. They say go for it. You don't know unless you try. And if you pursue something like this, I want you to know that you're immediately taking 10 years off of your life. Hand to God. And then one day when you're 60 or you're 70, it's all going to set in. It really, I'm sure of. You realize you do have regrets, no matter what it is you do in life, that you might as well do what you love, even if it's the worst. You might as well. I mean, hey, right? We all do shit that's absolutely awful for us that we don't love. We just can't help ourselves. We're just so stupid. We can't help but do the thing that we're doing. We don't even know we're doing it. And then every once in a while, we're like, I did that. I did that thing. Me, I did that. I didn't do that. Shut up. I didn't do that. It's like looking at yourself in hindsight. Think of where you were 5 years ago. Whoa. Hard to believe I did some of those things. You sure that was me? Yeah, I'm sure that was you. It happens, right? It's crazy. But I think it's about freedom. And you see me. You see me working. I tell everyone I'm working. You see me here? I'm working here. This isn't just for play. I mean, yeah, a lot of it's play, but I'm working. This is my life. Writing is my life. Comedy is my life. Being in this space and the community, the togetherness that it brings is my life. It took me a long time to understand that. And that's why I say you have to do what you love, even if it's the worst. Because I did not get anywhere near that 25 subscribers, which without a lot of doubting, a lot of bullshit, a lot of things I didn't understand, not without a lot of pain. You see me? I'm working here. I'm always working. People say, "Aunt, what are you doing?" I'm working. I used to say to my dad, "What are you doing?" He's working. My dad was always working. He could be on the fucking futon eating a bag of chips. I'm working, Aunt. I'm working here. Not last weekend, though. I wasn't working last weekend. I was with my ugly brother. We were working on something else. Hey, hey, Uber, can you come get me? I need a ride. There's more to life. There's more to our communities and our hash-slinging, slash-slinging swiper. But you should do what you love no matter what it is. And I think the shenanigans we see going on, no matter what they are, there's more without measure. There's more to them. There's more to what's happening than what's just on the screen. What's just right in front of us. And I hope if we learn anything from that crazy Philly ball snatcher lady is that we need to manifest, kid. You and me need to manifest. We need to start thinking big picture. If we manifest, if you manifest, you can have anything. If you believe you deserve it and can have it and it's fully attainable, having it, the first step is believing that you can have it. And I said it on last week's episode, you only have to believe 1%. You only have to believe, and you're crazy, 1%. Just a little. You don't have to believe all the way. Because as corny and as cliche as it sounds, and people say it's so tongue-in-cheek, just, do the thing and don't talk about it. Fucking blah, 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 blah. Yada, 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 yada. It needs to be talked about. That's why we're so screwed up in America, because nobody's fucking talking. Nobody's saying what needs to be said. We're all just acting like we know, or we're insulated by all these issues that we're just going to not look at. And if we don't look at them, they won't go away. They just won't go away. It's like bouncing checks. We're not cashing checks and breaking necks. We're bouncing checks and getting wrecked. We're getting wrecked. Our mental health, our emotional stability, emotional intelligence. We've got martyrs and maniacs taking over. I knew it was only a matter of time before I got riled up in this episode. I knew it. I need to dial it back in. Come back, Ant. Come back! You're leaving the episode and there's people watching. They want to laugh. They don't want to feel empowered to take on the new front. The new frontier. But the truth is, things have to change and it's really fucked up. And you need to start talking about it. You need to start talking. Nobody's talking. Everybody's just... There's no communication. There's none. It fucking drives me crazy. And if you manifest, you too can win the Powerball. But probably not. So just accept you're poor. And we're always going to be poor. We're just broke. You and me, broke all the way. I tell people, I say, grew up broke. And I'm like, well, you know what? I did grow up broke. But now I'm growing old broke. So, whatever. I'm happy, right? Do what you love. Hate it. Makes you go crazy. You got to own it. You have to respect the hustle. You do. Even if it's a Karen stealing a kid's ball, you have to respect the hustle. She saw something. She zeroed in on that something. She went for that something. She didn't even think about the ramifications. She didn't even think about her indiscretions she's taking out on the entire world. Who knows? She probably lost her job. The entire internet went after her because you guys suck. This is the last page. I need to go. I need to just... This needs to just end. Just remember, the dream is free and the hustle is sold separately. If you want it, you gotta have it. I gotta have it. You gotta have it. You're gonna have to fucking zero in on it. You're gonna have to actually turn on separate blinders, but don't turn a blind eye on humanity. We should be more thankful for people like that, Karen, because it reminds us that we're awakening the unwoken of the most unwokest. And, if we want to have it and we got to get to it, we got to get to it. Case closed. I rest my case. Thank you. Mm-hmm. And, that's really it. I mean, it's been a crazy week. Even Howard Stern left Stern show. Howard Stern left Stern to go be not Stern. He thought he was going to play a trick on us, hyped up all this big news. Howard Stern, the most woke of woke, used to actually say what he thought. He used to actually talk about what he felt. I think he used to actually be front about things. I think he used to be him. And I think when you get a little bit big for your bridges, you can't be that. And I hope that in my life that I can build a life and career out of being that person who's going to always be up front. No matter how big I get, I'll always be outspoken and I'll always say how I feel. And, no one can take that away from me, especially you, Howard Stern. I even looked up SiriusXM. I was going to send them a message and say, hey, look, make me your new talk show person. They thought they'd be funny and put Andy Cohen, Bravo host. You know Andy Cohen. He's fucking fantastic. Stern's fantastic, too. I'm just talking shit, and I've had a weird day, and I'm just not okay. I'm dealing with some things. But, he played a little diabolical trick on us, and, it was funny. Okay. We thought we lost Stern. The internet chatted because that's what the internet does. People chat, people go. Imagine 150 years ago when shit happened, you wouldn't find out for fucking 6 months. Like, you would never know. You would find a pigeon dropped a fucking rock on your head and said, hey, Howard Stern stopped fucking being the host of the Stern Show. And they go, oh, and then you tell your friend, and it would travel from village to village, I imagine. But let's face it, how we consume content has changed. And I respect that as a creator and a comedian and a writer. And I think Stern respects that. So we need to give Stern the absolute biggest goat of goats, the respect that he deserves. Because even though maybe Stern has changed, how about you focus on yourself? Focus on yourself and how to be a better human. Don't worry about everybody else. That's what we can expect from culture today. It's counterculture these days to be loving. It's almost as reckless as it could be. It's almost it's so sidestepping mainstream media to care and have a sense of humanity and understand that we're all always evolving and growing. That is the most martyr you can be, is to love deeply, be a good neighbor, look out for people, and acknowledge that we are always changing and that you have no control over that. It is a process that is always changing, and you can't get away from that. And we have to accept that we can do better. And I can't say that enough. That's all I have for today's episode. It was a heavy one for me, and I don't know what difference I can make in this world, but I have to accept that maybe there's some little bit of difference and a little bit of impact that I can make and you can make in your own little community, because let's face it, we all live in our own little worlds. Everyone's just working in different little lands and perfect little bubbles. It's time we start connecting the dots, guys. We have to do better. We can. We have to look out for each other. Our people are dying. Funny, not funny, serious or not serious. At the end of the day, I hope you can live with the person you are. When you put your head down on your pillow at the end of the day, I hope you can live with that. And if you can't, change. That's it. Till next week. See ya.